Player 2 has joined the game.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 89 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Sean.
How we doing?
You all right over there?
A little sleeve malfunction. Got the old this guy going on.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that.
That's a nice shirt you got there,
Speaking
Sean.
of t-shirts.
Represent the Nerd 901.
We'll get our own shirts one of these days.
One of these days. And you know what those shirts will be for, Sean? They'll be for the Two Player Co-op Podcast. Thank you guys so much for being here. If this is the first time you're watching us, this is our weekly podcast where we get together every week, two brothers. We talk about what we've been playing. We BS for about 20, 30 or minutes or an hour or something like that. We get into the news of the week that we think you need to know about and that we think is most important in our minds. Then we end each podcast by playing the amazing Back the Box Challenge. That's the Two Player Co-op Podcast. We thank you guys so much for being here. If it is the first time you're seeing us, go ahead, hit that subscribe button down there, hit the like button down there, share the video with your friends if you like what you see. If you don't, we'd still appreciate it if you shared it, but we understand if you don't because that'd be weird. But thank you guys so much for being here. Episode 89. We keep getting closer to episode 100.
We're getting real close. Like, we need to start thinking about that soon. Are you still going to do what you originally wanted to do for 100? The video project?
Oh, God. I don't know how that's going to happen now. That's probably one of those things where eventually we'll do it. Maybe that's
episode 200.
Episode
if
whatever.
We're still around.
Yeah, if we ever stop, maybe that's how we'll end it. We'll do that. But I don't know if episode 100... So we live streamed episode 50. That was interesting. We live streamed episode 75. That was interesting as well. Not as bad.
More controlled.
Yeah, episode 50 was just basically, let's look at where we've been, where we're going, reminisce, all this other stuff. And we had the recipe. We had a lot of the recipe. And then episode 75, we live streamed it. We went through our top 75 games in alphabetical order of all time. And that was a lot of fun. So we said we were going to live stream every 25 episodes, but now we're getting closer and closer. I'm like, I don't know that that's going to work.
I think we can. I don't think 100 needs to be... It's not like we're now going to do our top 100 game. I don't think we need to do... It doesn't need to be a whole themed episode. No, I think it could be a normal episode.
No, I know, but timing-wise, you might not be in the country.
No, I'll be here.
I don't know. You might be on your honeymoon on episode 100.
11 weeks from now.
You'll be on your honeymoon.
What is it? August?
It's the end of August. That'll put us to basically the end of November.
All right. If we keep doing one a week...
let's just say this. We may live stream episode 100. We would like to, but life, of course, for me especially, is different than it used to be. Life, I know Sean's got a lot of stuff going on here in the next few months, along with getting married and travel for work. And
all right,
lots
here's
of other
89,
stuff, so.
90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. That should actually fall right in between, unless my big work travel gets delayed. I won't be on the honeymoon yet.
Okay.
That'll be the following weekend.
It's going
to be tough.
It's going to be tough.
It may work out.
If not,
you can go live. You can just live stream by yourself.
Hey guys, me and my kids
drinking
by myself like a sad old man. Speaking of drinking, so I'm one, if you know me, Sean will understand this.
Because I know him.
I hate, a lot of times I don't hate, but I dislike things that are popular. Just because if it's not something I'm interested in, I don't really like them. So I see everybody, it's like this LaCroix stuff, this sparkling water, whatever. I don't like vodka sodas. Those are popular. And it's not because they're popular. I just don't think it's just like it's just carbonation and vodka. Like it does not taste good.
You got a haircut.
I did get a haircut. It went way too short, so I'm glad I did it now before the wedding. Because I said...
This is going to be your last haircut before the wedding?
No. Well, now it won't. I said...
Yeah, I mean, now it'd probably be fine.
1.5 sides in the back, finger length on top. Does that look like finger length? I guess technically it is. But
yeah, what kind of finger? Are you talking this kind of finger?
Well, no, but finger length, like when they say finger length, it's like this and then kind of cut it above
it. Is, but
I can't
over.
part this. Finger length, normally I can part it. So what I'm going to do now is...
You need two fingers.
What I'm going to do now is, like 2 weeks before the wedding, I'm going to get the sides cut again and just trim the top. I can part it. It'll be great. What the hell was I saying? Oh, yeah, LaCroix. So I hear all these people talking about LaCroix. Shout out to John Grennan and Cindy Grennan because y'all been drinking it way longer than any of these hipsters. So I see this. I'm like, at least this is flavored sparkling water or whatever that is. I need to cut back on my calories. It's very clear. I mean, you can't tell when I'm sitting here, but I need to cut back on my calories. So I'm like, okay, vodka has no carbs. Sean doesn't believe me, but vodka has no carbs. And LaCroix has no carbs either. I know.
Here's the thing. Maybe it doesn't have like the standard definition of carb. It is a fact. It is science. Calories come from fat, protein, and carbs, and that's it.
It has no.
There is 9 calories per gram of fat, 4 calories per gram of carbs, and same for protein. There's no protein and there's no fat in vodka. So it's got to be carbs. I think alcohol is a carb, but maybe it's not like your standard.
It's not sugar, which is what's killing me. Like there's sugar in all the beers we drink and lots of it. You don't think of it.
Well, you need sugar. Yeah, I mean,
super high in
for the yeast.
Oh, this is not good. So anyways, I'm going to try this live on air. He's going to try it too.
I have not high hopes.
I have zero hopes for this. We're going to drink it anyways because we're thirsty and it's cold. So let's just give it a taste test. LaCroix.
Hey, sláinte.
Lime LaCroix, sláinte with a lime and a wee bit of vodka. Oh, my shillelagh. Oh, it's definitely better than vodka soda. That's actually quite charming.
It just kind of tastes like...
It's at least flavored, where a vodka soda is just pure carbonation. I don't think this is as carbonated.
I don't even know what I'm tasting. It's not bad, but it doesn't taste like vodka, and I don't even really taste lime. That's the only flavors going on in there, but it's just like kind of... It's not bad,
yeah,
but it's not... Yeah, it's very...
It's kind of refreshing. It's not like I like vodka tonics. I guess this is what really reminds me of is vodka tonic as opposed to a vodka soda.
It's vodka. It's lime. It's very refreshing. It's not bad. I would drink this out by the pool.
It's all pipes. By the way, I'm so ready for summer to be done with. If you're living in Memphis or anywhere hot, by the way, half our family is from Texas. Hard stop. God, if anybody that's watching us is in Texas,
be safe.
Thoughts and prayers and love all heading your way.
Not James Solar. He made it very clear he's far enough away from us, so we know he's good. But
so other than James, anybody else, just
stay safe.
Stay safe. We love y'all. We are. Our dad is from Texas. Our mom was from New York for a long time. One of the tattoos I've wanted to get was a Hook 'em Horns. Was the Texas Longhorn going through the Yankees logo. Eventually I'll probably get that done.
I never got my tattoo, and now it's too late.
I didn't either.
I mean, too late this year.
I'm going to get it next fall. The one I want to get here, and maybe a Triforce here, and then maybe the Texas one too. Once I start, I'm gonna end up looking like Randy Orton.
I think I'm getting one tattoo, just one and done.
You say that now. So anyways, just thoughts and prayers to y'all. But yeah, I'm sick of summer. I'm sick of this hot weather. It cooled off today because it stormed out of nowhere, as to be expected because Harvey's coming up. But I'm done with summer. Like, I love my pool. I love the backyard. But after like 2 months, I'm like, I'm just done. Like, I go to pick up the kids every day after school, and I'm like, I just walk to the school, and I'm just drenched in sweat. It's just disgusting because it's so humid.
Oh, I'm already... So, fall is my favorite season. And I think I've probably talked about it on here before, but even at 32 to be 33 soon, I am...
Hashtag Team Young.
I am still a kid, and I will always be a kid when it comes to Christmas. I love everything about it. Like, I was just thinking, I mean, so anyways, that goes back to fall. I think part of why I like fall is that means Christmas is coming closer. It means football is here.
Yes.
It means winter is coming. We'll get to that later. I love fall, and I'm somewhat kind of sad, but not really, that I feel like I'm going to kind of miss fall this year. Between just figuratively missing it because I'm wrapped up in wedding planning and stuff. And then, I mean, I'm going to be gone right when fall starts. Again, I'm going to be in Munich. I'm not complaining. And then I'm getting married. Again, not complaining. I probably will be out in California for a week. Not complaining. I may be traveling around the world.
Not complaining.
And then I'm on my honeymoon.
Not complaining.
Very much not complaining. But a little tiny part of me is kind of sad that I am going to kind of miss fall this year. But like, I'm already thinking about Christmas now. Because now you go to Lowe's and they already have like Halloween and
ridiculous.
Thanksgiving decorations out, which means Christmas decorations aren't that far away. We're already trying to figure out what we want to do for Christmas decorations. I saw something stupid online. It's probably on like BuzzFeed or something. It was like part of like a bigger thing. But one of the things they showed was like, it's ridiculous, the little things that whatever bring me back. Maybe I'm just a basic white boy, but I saw like the Starbucks holiday cups through the year, and just seeing like the red cup instead of the white cup was like, I can't wait for it to be like the holiday season. Like it's the end of August and I'm already like, hey, it's almost December.
Well, they've been selling Oktoberfest beer since like July, which it gets earlier and earlier. Winter Lager will be out there probably in late September. Yeah, I'm serious.
Probably,
like it's crazy. And I don't like it anymore, otherwise I'd be very excited about that. I will say though, as much as you love Christmas, I know you don't love it like, hey, presents for me, presents for me.
No, it's not
just
even
the whole
exactly
the whole everything. Like,
yes,
just
Christmas
wait.
music, Christmas decorations. Everybody just is in a little bit of a better mood. It's just, I don't know.
just
I love
wait till you have kids.
Oh, it'll be
then it
that'll
takes on
take
a whole
on,
other.
Yep.
I mean, just you seeing the boys on Christmas.
Oh
has
yeah,
to
I
be
mean that
amazing.
already. Yeah.
But when it's your own kids, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of winter is coming, Sean, take it away.
So no spoilers, I promise, because the last thing I want to do for anybody is spoil Game of Thrones. But
I
the
would think
finale,
everybody would have watched it.
I
by
would
now,
think
but
so.
I agree.
But the finale was great. It didn't disappoint. This season has gotten a lot of hate. I don't get it. I think there are some legitimate arguments to be made, but I think it's mostly just people wanting to. It's cool to not like things that everybody else likes, and it's cool to like complain about stuff, like whatever. This was not my favorite season.
Yeah.
But it was still good, and it was almost nonstop action from start to finish. The finale was great, even though it was mostly everything. Everything that happened is kind of what I expected to happen. And then before I came over here, just for the heck of it, I went back and watched the series premiere, like episode 1.
Wow.
Because they keep everything it's weird. Everything kind of really ties back to the beginning. And I know you probably never will, but God, I would love for you to watch this show. It is so good. Even watching like the first episode, I'm like, I kind of now want to go back and watch the whole series again.
I mean, I know
It's
the
one of
big
those things where it's like,
beats.
if you go and see like I'm trying to think of what it would be, but maybe like Interstellar, some kind of movie like that where
Inception.
you almost, where you want to go back and watch it again to see
what we
the
talked
things
about
you
with video
missed
games,
the
yeah.
first time.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see you.
I kind of want to go back and just look for all these little pieces and like, oh my God, I forgot they were even talking about this guy way back then, or things like that. Like I think I'm gonna watch the whole series again. But it's weird. I mean, it's 1A and 1B, 1 and 1A, whatever the saying is.
Breaking Bad.
Best series ever. This and Breaking Bad. This is definitely more just an epic scale. I mean, this is more like a video game. Breaking Bad was more like just. I mean, it was a little outlandish, but it was more just real life.
It was grounded in reality. Yeah.
Yes. But it's weird. On both of those shows, it's weird to go back, compare. I mean, we're not at the end yet of Game of Thrones, but basically at the end of Game of Thrones and comparing it to episode 1, and the same thing with Breaking Bad, the last season, and comparing it to like the first season or the first couple episodes, everyth's just so much lighter and like... Everybody's just, it's literally lighter, and there are more, not humorous, but just lighthearted elements. It's so weird, but I mean, I'm sure that happens with a lot of shows, but it's weird to think like, God, they have no idea what's to come. And it's just, it is so good. I would be tempted to put this over Breaking Bad, but maybe just because Breaking Bad has come and gone, that smells terrible.
It's weird. Is it the
But
garbage?
I don't know. I can see how it would be a very daunting task to go back and watch it all. But I just said that I'm probably going to do it.
That's a lot of episodes.
It is, but you got plenty of time before the last season comes out.
No, they're saying it might be 19. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I can't wait. I'm dreading it ending. Like I don't want to see it end. But and I guess the whole last season, even though there's only, I think, 6 episodes, they're all going to be like
Everybody
movies.
dies.
They're all going to be like an hour, 20, hour, 30 minutes
really?
long.
Okay.
It's going to be like 6 like short movies, not like 50 to 60-minute episodes. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be crazy, but I can't wait, but I also don't want to see it end.
I think at some point I'll give it a chance. Like I know the Red Wedding, I know the Hodor, I know that. But like, so I know those, but I'm like, even though I know what happened last week and I kind of know what happened this week, by the time I got back to it, I'd be like, I have no idea.
That's how I was. I started watching, I binged the first 3 seasons between season 3 and season 4. Right after I heard about the Red Wedding. I think I watched the Red Wedding. I like loaded it up online.
I just watched that.
I was like, wow, this is crazy. I don't know who these people are, but
Yeah.
this is pretty crazy. And by the time I actually got to that episode, I could kind of see, oh, here's how they're building. Here's how they end up there. But until I was getting close enough, it was like, I don't remember who died in the Red Wedding.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Like, it didn't mean anything to me. So I feel like it didn't ruin anything, but I still enjoyed it probably just as much if I had never seen the Red Wedding. I mean, I enjoyed the series as a whole. I'm sure the Red Wedding, if I experienced that the way everybody else experienced it, that just didn't see it coming, at least the people that hadn't read the books, that would have just blown my mind. But I think you do need to give it a shot.
I think I will. I think I will at some point.
Yeah.
Speaking of Game of Thrones, though, and how it used to be lighthearted at the beginning, so I caught yesterday. I was just flipping through the channels. Nothing was on. It was after the Yankee game. The Yankees had won, and I stumbled on Batman Begins was on about an hour and a half in, about a little bit over halfway, and I'm like, I'm just gonna watch this. And watching it, I'm like, man, like I know Dark Knight beat for beat for beat, and really Dark Knight Rises also. I feel like I've seen both of those 8 to 10 times. Probably not. Probably 5 times for Dark Knight Rises. I feel like I've only really seen Batman Begins from beginning to end 3 times.
I've probably seen it 2 or 3 times.
It's so-
Dark Knight probably at least 10
Yes,
times.
it's
And
so
Rises
good.
maybe 6 or 7.
But then I noticed like when you watch that, you really remember why the people that hated Batman versus Superman, and there are a lot of you see why they did what. It's not just the I'm Batman, I'm sad. It's just little things like after Batman, spoiler alert for a 12-year-old movie, when he rescues Katie Holmes, Rachel Dawes, from when she gets gassed.
Yep.
And he does the bat. He calls all the bats with the sonar and stuff. That's cool. And then that's the first time you see the tumbler. And he goes up the parking garage, which I was thinking, I wonder if that's the same parking garage where at the beginning of The Dark Knight, where he attacks the fake Batman thugs there, and he goes when he lands on the roof. And that's after that he tells Alfred, I need to be able to move my neck. It's like something we've said about all the Batman movies. He needs to be able to move his neck, and it was kind of like meta and stuff. But anyways, like he just backs into a parking spot so he can get as much room as he can to go to blow the wall at the end of the parking lot and then go up on the roofs and go. He backs into a spot that says compact car and he plows through the 2 cars that are there on each side. And it's just like little things like that. Like, and there's other moments in there too where it's like, it didn't have to be, is she with you? I thought she was with you. She was with you, Martha. Like the cape, like, it's little, like even Christopher Nolan knows how to get those moments that are still and like even like Inception had moments like that, and I think Interstellar did too, as stressful as that.
And
was.
it doesn't like take you out of the moment. It's not like so
Right.
like that was not inappropriate, but like
It didn't fit.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it's just little tiny things that if you aren't really paying attention, you'll miss. But it's, yeah.
And the other thing is King Joffrey's in that. He's the little kid
He's
that
the little-
Batman gives the
yeah.
thing to, and everybody's always
God, I
like,
hate him.
Batman should have killed him.
Yeah.
Batman doesn't kill unless it's Batman versus Superman. We watched Mayweather McGregor. I don't regret it. I am proud that we spent money on it. I'm glad it was 100 times better, even if it
Oh, it was so much better than the Pacquiao.
than the
fight.
Pacquiao fight. I'll never get over.
You getting over me?
Yeah. Who was that?
Expose.
Expose. God, Hot 5 at 9 on
T93 FM.
Watertown, New York. Shout out. I don't, when I see all these people rooting for Mayweather, like rooting for him, it's different if you respect him as a boxer. But like rooting for this guy who's just a pure a-hole, I will never get it. I will never, ever, ever understand it. When you know what this guy has done, and if you've read the letter from his 10-year-old kid who watched Floyd Mayweather beat the living tar out of his mom, how you can root for this guy. I'm all about second chances, but there are certain things you don't get second chances for. If you hurt women, if you hurt kids, or if you hurt animals, I'm looking at you, Mike Vick, you don't get a second chance in my mind. Now, luckily, I'm not the one that has to forgive people and all that other stuff, but I just don't understand it. All that being said, all you experts out there that said McGregor had no chance, me being one of them, I'm not an expert though. He held his own. I get it that Floyd was feeling him out and he wanted him to punch himself out. I believe that was his strategy.
Oh, yeah.
I do. But I also believe McGregor kicked his ass for those first 3 rounds. And in round 7. And while I get he had lost the fight, I like how McGregor said, like, no, I wanted him to knock me out. Like, if I'm going to lose, I want to lose. Don't stop the fight.
Right.
Have him finish me off. He's like, I wasn't hurt. And you could tell he couldn't even bring his hands up. Not because he was knocked out. He was just exhausted. He could barely stand. He couldn't even bring his hands up. So they had to stop the fight. You don't want him to get killed out there. But super entertaining fight. But people that make a big deal out of him now being 50-0, I don't think that he shouldn't be 50-0 because it's an exhibition or whatever. No, they both signed up for the fight. He beat McGregor. He is 50-0. But it's like I was trying to think of the best analogy for this. And I don't know, because at first I said it'd be like if Tom Brady wanted to play basketball one-on-one against LeBron. And it's not that. So I was like, maybe it's like Harlem Globetrotter. Whoever is the best Harlem Globetrotter right now played LeBron one-on-one. Somebody that is, in general, it's the same sport. It's fighting, it's basketball, but you're very good at one specific aspect. Like, you are very specialized. And then you go up against the guy, or maybe actually it's the opposite of that. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to figure, like, people that are boasting about Mayweather winning this fight, like,
well, it would be like, I know it's fake, but it's basically like Happy Gilmore and Shooter McGavin. Kind of a flash in the pan, like, not flash in the pan. I mean, he's got a big drive, but he can't putt. But he's good enough to kind of hold his own. I mean, right. But no, I get what you're saying. But I agree. I don't think McGregor, outside of a fluke, ever really stood a chance because of the way Floyd fights.
Because Floyd is the
It took McGregor. Now, granted, I don't know the first thing about boxing, but as someone who doesn't know the first thing about boxing, I feel like it took somebody like McGregor to make a Floyd Mayweather fight be entertaining.
Yeah.
Because the Pacquiao fight was horrible. Like, it took somebody that's just going to be like, screw it, I'm going to go right at him. I know exactly what he's trying to do, but I don't care. Like,
and I like, too, that...
But because of that, he never stood a chance.
Well, right. And Mayweather is a defensive fighter, and that just... I do not think he's the best fighter of all time. Not even close. And it's because I consider him a defensive fighter. I don't consider him a fighter.
Right.
Excuse me if that makes any sense. But McGregor clearly got under his skin. Like, it wasn't a work or anything like that. McGregor got under his skin because there was a time in rounds like 4, 5, and 6, I think, or maybe it was 5 and 6. I don't remember what, where he stopped being defensive and he went after McGregor. He was pissed. And that's why McGregor said what he said after the fight. People try to make a big deal out of that. No, he was actually being respectful when he said, I made him fight like a Mexican. Because what that means is typically Mexican boxers are brawlers. They come right at you. They're not scared of any. They will just start throwing bombs. They will fight you. It's none of this bobbing and weaving stuff. And that's what McGregor was saying. Like, I got under his skin. I made him fight like that. He came at me. Yeah. And that made it enjoyable for everybody. I just, I would have loved to see him knock him out. But I was like, if he's going to win this fight, somehow he's going to have to catch him with one hell of a punch in the first couple rounds, because there's no way he can go 12 rounds.
No.
He's just not. And even though Floyd's 40, Floyd's been doing this his whole life. He knows how to train for a boxing match. He knows how to go 12 rounds. I didn't think he really had a chance, but the fact that McGregor even made me believe he might have a chance made the fight entertaining.
Right. I don't think he ever had much of a chance. Like I said, if he was going to win that, he was going to win on a fluke, like 1 in a million punch that he happened to squeeze through and just knocked him out. that being said, I would at least say he stood somewhat of a chance of winning. You turn the tables and you put Floyd and him in an MMA match. Floyd has, I'm not kidding, 0%. I mean, I guess it's kind of similar if Connor's coming at him and Floyd just happens to get a punch off. But that's not how Floyd fights in general. I don't think he's going to fight. He's still going to be defensive in the octagon. He would get destroyed.
Connor would submit
happen.
him in probably 15 seconds.
It would not go beyond a round, yeah.
Because you're in a little octagon. I know it's not tiny like the Lion's Den or anything, WWE reference there, but it's a small octagon. Essentially no rules other than don't hit him below the belt.
Right.
He wouldn't last I shouldn't say 15 seconds. I know he wouldn't last one round. There's no way.
No.
Because Connor would eventually either kick him in the head and knock him out cold or get his hands on him, choke him out, and he would be done.
Yep.
And Floyd's not going to do that. If he could get the same payday, I still don't think he'd do it because it wouldn't be 50-1. It wouldn't be anything like that because it'd be an MMA fight. But just for the pure spectacle of it, I would love. There was rumors before the fight that they were going to have a rematch inside a cage. I think there's not
no
a
way.
snowball's chance in hell because Floyd won't do that because he's scared. McGregor, no matter what you think, if you're a Floyd fan or whatever, you have to give all the credit in the world to McGregor. He didn't embarrass himself. He comes out looking like $1 million.
Yep.
He is now the biggest star in
that
all
MMA
of combat,
has ever had.
in combat sports, period. He's bigger than any boxer on the planet now because Floyd's done. He's way bigger than even the UFC, which is Jim Gray was annoying after the fight where he was like, "Oh, what are you going to do when you go back to the small paydays of the UFC?" I was like, "Shut up, Jim." But like they were talking on SC6 today, Michael and Jamel, like Jamel said he should just become a full-time boxer. She's like, I think he could do it.
He could. I don't think he wants to.
But I don't think he wants to either. I think
I think if he's fighting basically nobodies, which to me is everybody but Floyd Mayweather in boxing, it's not going to be fun for him.
Yeah.
I don't think he would dominate, but he would certainly hold his own and whatever, but I don't think he wants to do that.
And not only that, he is a MMA fighter. This dude so many times was booping him on the head.
The hammer
and
fist,
I loved it. I was like,
yeah.
and there was a couple times where you could tell the way he grabbed him
He wanted
to tie him
just-
up.
yeah.
He wanted to friggin' belly to belly him and suplex him through the ring. And that's what he is. Now, I don't think he's going to give up fighting in UFC. I do think whatever his next fight is in UFC, no matter if Brock, Jones, if he can stop failing drug tests, whatever it is, if he goes whatever, it will be UFC's biggest pay-per-view of all time, no matter who he fights. Mm-hmm. But I won't be surprised if he's really only got one fight left in him. Like, I don't know if he wants to act. I don't know if he wants to be the next Jean-Claude Van Damme or The Rock or something like that. I don't know. But
one thing I will guarantee it, he will be, I don't know in what capacity, he will be at WrestleMania this year. I would love to see him do some kind of a gimmicky thing like Big Show and Floyd Mayweather or Big Show and Akebono. I don't know if it'll be Big Show and Conor McGregor, but he will either be in some kind of a gimmicky match or he'll do like a Ronda Rousey where he ends up in the ring with somebody. But he is going to be, I don't know if he'll ever be, he's not going to go Brock Lesnar and be a WWE wrestler. But he will have some sort of involvement with the WWE.
he's too small. And as you see him and Mayweather fighting, and they don't look like small individuals, but you put him in a WWE ring with anybody else, he's 5'9", 160, 170
Oh, he's
pounds.
not even a cruiserweight.
He's not even. He's smaller than Enzo. Like, that's why as much as his personality could carry him and he could kill anybody in the WWE, literally, if he wanted to. I mean, he's Conor McGregor. It probably wouldn't matter. But, I mean, he's smaller than Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is so much bigger built than he is. Like, I don't know if it translates. I know Vince will throw whatever amount of money he can at him to try to sign him eventually. But that's what I was going to say. I think he's going to
should
pull a
never
Rousey.
be any kind of full-time. He should just, show up, do his thing, and be done. But I don't know. I love that dude. I mean, it obviously helps that he's Irish, but
Yes,
I
sure does.
love that dude. I love his strut that he did, the Vince McMahon strut. I love everything about this dude. I mean, I already did, but this is the first time I've truly gotten to watch him other than just like highlights and stuff. And I don't know. I love that dude.
He's awesome. You want to talk about that next thing, or you want to get into what we're playing?
No, what thing? Oh, the only other thing I want to say, cheap plug. by the time you're listening to this, it'll be live. I wrote a review. I think the embargo ends tomorrow. I wrote a review again for one John Bernardo, Pardon the Gamer. Check him out on Twitter, John S. Bernardo, at John S. Bernardo and at Pardon the Gamer. I wrote a review for Songbringer. I'm not sure how this works because there is an embargo, but this won't be posted until after the embargo. But can I even talk to you about it?
Yes, if it's not going live,
Right.
if the embargo is up before Tuesday at 9 Central, you're fine.
I think it is. Well, I scheduled it to post tomorrow at 9 a.m., which
Then
is the same
you're
time
good.
this is posting.
I mean, it'll be like 9:30 by
But anyway, go check it out. I don't want to spoil it because I want you to read the review, but I had a lot of fun. It's very much, I wouldn't say it's a Zelda clone, but it is very much Zelda inspired. It's a procedurally generated action RPG, but the creators don't go out of their way that I've seen to say, hey, this is like Zelda, but they'll post all these like review snippets that talk about Zelda. A Zelda that's procedurally generated? Oh, sign me up. I mean, they're not trying to hide it, but it's very much a Zelda inspired, again, not a clone. Crusader of Senti was a Zelda clone.
Yes.
And I love
As
everything
is
about it.
Oceanhorn also.
This is not a Zelda clone, but it's very much Zelda inspired from the very beginning, as you will see if you check out the review. So give it a read. I'll probably retweet it. Again, probably by the time you're seeing this, I will have already retweeted it. Or check out at John S. Bernardo or at Pardon the Gamer. It should be on there too. But give it a read. I had a lot of fun playing it, and maybe I'll convince you guys to give it a buy, but I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Cool. Do you want to do the next thing or you want to go to what we're playing?
Yeah, whatever. Either or. Let's do that.
You
The
wanna
what
do
we're
that?
playing will take longer.
This is not going to be a short podcast. That's fine. I like it. There's a Joker origin movie coming. So, first off, I don't even remember if this had aired. I don't remember what we said last week. The Batman is in the DCEU. It is just going to be a Batman movie, which shout out to Bernardo. He's the one that said, I don't think this is what he means. I think he just means Superman and Batwoman and
Batwoman.
Superman and Wonder Woman and all these people won't be in there. It's going to be a Batman movie, and that's what it is. It's part of the DCEU. There's still no confirmation on Affleck or if it's going to be a trilogy or a standalone or what it's going to be. However, we got news that there's this Joker origin movie happening with not Jared Leto, set in the 80s, that is officially not part of the DCEU. It's going to kick off this new banner by WB of all these side stories that involve DC characters that are not tied to the DCEU, because this isn't already confusing enough. So that's happening. It's an 80s inspired crime drama. Scorsese's producing it. The guy who wrote the guy who directed The Hangover is writing it or directing it. I forget which. Dark humor, Joker. I get it, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Leto's not done playing Joker, though, because like I said, let's just make this as confusing as possible. Leto will play Joker in a Joker and Harley Quinn movie that is coming, that is now pushed back, Gotham City Sirens, which I am perfectly okay with. I still don't think that movie is ever coming out. And he will also be the Joker in Suicide Squad 2. Now, we don't know if that means if they're going to do it right this time and have him be the bad guy.
If he's going to be in Suicide Squad 2, he's not going to be in it like he was in the first one. They're going to do it. He will have a big role.
Yes. And I still say Suicide Squad 1 should have been them going up against Deathstroke as the bad guy. Something that they could actually not just... any of that crap. If you're not watching youtube.com
You should be.
co-op, you should be. So Joker should be the bad guy. Suicide Squad 2 is what I'm saying. Harley can flip-flop between the team and him and whatever. That's fine. God, Suicide Squad 2 probably should not happen. So this Joker origin movie shouldn't be happening. This should not be a thing. The Dark Knight was so good because It is, first off, it's my favorite movie of all time. Not my favorite Batman movie. Obviously, it's that. But it is my favorite movie of all time. It is a 12 out of 10. It is as good as it gets. What?
It's just odd word choice.
What did I say?
It is my favorite movie of all time. It's not my favorite Batman
I'm saying
movie.
it's not.
No,
I'm
I know.
saying it's not just.
Yeah, I get you.
But obviously, the main reason for that, Christian Bale is amazing as Batman. The writing is perfect. The directing is perfect. But you had the best Joker we'll ever see. And one of the things I always liked about that was the way the whole, you want to hear how I got these scars. He told, I'm exaggerating, 15 different stories about how he became,
3.
It was 3. He became, about how he became the Joker and where he got these scars and why he looks the way he is. It was his dad, it was his mom, it was ever, blah, blah, blah. That's what makes him terrifying. Like,
He's a sociopath.
yes.
Yeah.
Now, one of the reasons I fight me on this if y'all want, I don't think Batman 89 is that great. I like Batman Returns better. I love Nicholson as that kind of Joker. It works in Tim Burton's thing, but he didn't start out as Joker. He was Jack Napier. And he just robbing somebody, I fall in a vat, and I see all this stuff. Kind of, I don't really feel one way or the other about The Killing Joke. Oh, did I ever tell you I did watch that movie and it was just bad?
Yeah.
It was horrible. Like The Killing Joke, he started out as the Red Hood. He was this comedian. His wife died. Spoiler alert. So he goes to work for these gangsters, and a robbery goes bad. He falls in the acid. He comes out like the Joker, and that's this scene where he's got his hands in his green hair like this. And Leto recreated that in the build-up to Suicide Squad and everything. But he's terrifying because you don't know, because Michael Caine said it best, because some people just want to watch the world burn. He doesn't need a reason. He doesn't need any motivation.
That is maybe my favorite quote from that whole movie.
Some people, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the whole point of a Joker movie is to say, here's this normal guy.
Right. I don't want to know the origin story.
Exactly. Here's this normal guy. Then this happens. Oh, poor guy. Now he's going to go kill these people. Now he's the Joker. Yay. No, the Joker is a horrible, horrible human being who murders people and gets fun. He has fun doing it. Like, he is psychotic. Now,
even the little bit of a, I guess, Joker origin that we got in Telltale Batman, didn't really care for that.
It was not good.
But not
Doe
even
and all that.
But even, I agree, it wasn't even that greatly done, well done. It just shouldn't be done. Period. We don't
just
need
the Joker
to know.
just
I don't want to know.
exists.
Yes.
Because the whole point, do you agree with me? The whole point of doing a solo movie is to make you sympathize with him.
Speaking of a solo movie, same thing. We don't need a Han Solo origin movie.
And this is why he's my brother. It's not why he's my brother, but yes. So you don't think I'm off base here?
No. I mean, if they do it right, it'll probably make me want to see it. And
Correct.
at best, I'll be like, well, that was all right. But I just don't. It's not that I don't care. I care greatly. I'm not saying I don't care about a Joker origin
I care
story.
about the Joker
I
a
care
lot.
so much that I don't want it. Like,
Yes.
it just should not. It shouldn't happen. It doesn't need to happen. It's more than it doesn't need to happen. It should not
It shouldn't
happen.
exist. The other thing, we're also hung up on Leto not being the Joker anymore. How many movies did Cesar Romero play the Joker in?
One.
How many movies did Jack Nicholson play the Joker in?
I see where you're going. One.
How many movies did Heath Ledger?
One.
It would have been 2. I still say to this day, even if it
Well,
was just even if he
even
just
if he
takes
was the
over.
Scarecrow role.
Yes, if he's
Yeah.
just the judge there, can you
But
imagine
God, that would
that?
have been so.
Or even if it's him and Bane, if Bane busts, just it's so sad. Oh God, it's so sad. So we are now officially going to get more Leto as the Joker than we've gotten any other live actor, not counting Cesar Romero in the TV show. I like Leto as the Joker. I still don't like some of the tattoos are fine. The damage thing and like the grill. It's a little
It's
much
different. Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like the lipstick. If you're gonna do the lipstick, do something else. But we're gonna get more of him as Joker than we've gotten of anybody else. So
Yeah.
that alone, Jared Leto should feel is a testament to what they think of him and his portrayal as the Joker. I don't know where I was going with that, but this movie should not happen. Joker and Harley, I am interested in. Again, I liked all the actors and the characters in Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad is a movie I did not like at all. I loved Will Smith, I loved Margot, and I loved Leto as Joker.
That is the closest thing I want to see to an origin story is more of a Harley origin story. And I know we all get it. I mean, they basically showed it in Suicide Squad.
Well, and they cut out like 20 minutes of it too.
Really?
Suicide Squad. Yep.
That I would be interested in.
Leto
But
said
Joker should be the Joker from the beginning.
He had said at one point after that came out that he was pissed because he said there's enough footage to do a Joker and Harley movie.
Speaking of which, did you see 30 Seconds to Mars has a new song?
I listened to it. I don't really like it.
Me neither.
It's just very like they've always been like what?
We got another topic to cover.
Okay. They've always been like space rock or whatever. Every album gets worse, I think.
They're getting just more and more generic or something.
But now my favorite song they've ever done is Kings and Queens. I think that song is so uplifting and so well written and just orchestrated and everything. It's amazing.
Oh, I would run to that song back in the day.
I
I would
still
always
do.
play it at the end of my run where I'm like
Yes.
dead. And I'm like, all right, I need to get through the song. And then that last time that it builds up to the we are, and that just...
I'm like, all right, I got this.
That just... Oh.
I don't like their new song.
No, I don't either.
Walk on Water is what it's called. This one.
Yeah.
It's very like just...
Generic.
There's like no guitars or drum. It's just all just like... We're just going to pull up GarageBand and go beep, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop. I just don't like it. I still love his voice. I wonder if he's losing the ability to sing because he doesn't do it at all in that song.
Happened to Chester.
Yeah. Oh God, no, Leto, just don't.
Well, no, but I mean, have you heard the new? I mean, it's on their album, but like, they obviously released it as a single because of Chester. The new Linkin Park single, the One More Light or something.
No.
And the whole, I mean, the chorus. I think it's the chorus is like. I don't remember exactly how it goes, but it's something like, "Who cares if one more star goes out?"
Oh,
like all this stuff. Like, I mean, it's sad, but at the same time, like, part of me is almost like, you guys obviously released this as a single. Not
You're
that they're trying
off
to
his death in a way.
It kind of rubs
I'm
me
sure
the wrong way.
they're trying to pay tribute to him or whatever, but yeah.
But also, it just barely. I mean, I haven't listened to new Linkin Park in years. I mean, I haven't listened to Linkin Park in years. And I think this is just how they sound now. Like, it's just very subdued. And I get you can't sing the way he used to sing and do that long term. And yeah, I think that's kind of what's going on with them. But anyway, that brings me to Taylor Swift.
I thought your next topic was going to be Leto's song. It was going to be 30-second song. Okay.
So the new song has grown on me. I fully admit it's not a great song.
It's not a good song.
But I think because it's exactly what I thought, because it's Taylor Swift, it's grown on me, and I've given it a pass. And
even though she ripped off, even though she gave them credit and everything. No, she did. They gave her the blessing to do it, but I'm too look what you made me do now. What you made me do now. Look what you made me do. I'm sexy. It's just like, oh my God.
Well, I mean,
go back and listen to her. Go back and listen to Love Song or Love Story.
You gotta tell me.
Teardrops on my guitar.
I have a Taylor Swift.
I
have a Taylor Swift.
So well done.
I have her as like.
And why is she going after Kanye of all people? This was like, how many years ago did that whole thing happen? Kanye's an a-hole. I hate Kanye. But you are dragging, like, it's one thing. Dear John, I wonder who that song was about. Mayor. And like, but now you're going to go after Kanye, I guess is what this song's. I'm so sick of.
Well, it's about Kanye, but it's not because of the VMA thing. It's about.
She has got to get something other than, I'm going to make a whole album. I'm going to sell albums off of previous... And obviously, she didn't date Kanye. God, I hope not. Poor R.I.P. Kim if that happens. But, like, everything is just like, I'm going to date this guy. Now I'm mad. I'm going to make a song. And I'm just
I'm mad.
But that's what I'm...
No, I know. But that's what she's done her whole career.
And it's so...
But it's weird because now, all of a sudden, it's
she's like an almost 30-year-old woman, right?
Now I'm going to say, well, look what you made me do. You've pushed me over the edge, and now I'm all dark and disturbed. It's like, you're singing about the same stuff you've always sung about, but now you're just... But whatever.
It's fake, is what I will say. She comes off as incredibly fake in this.
I think she goes out looking. It's like she's living her life just looking for material to sing about.
Thank you! Not only that, and this is me really nitpicking because I love her as an artist, and I think she is better than what she's better than this song, and I think she's better than 1989, although there were some really good songs on that. I still miss the old Taylor. When I see just the font for Reputation, and I see her, all I picture is, I might offend some people, sorry, Affliction shirt is what I see with that font, and like, I'm hard, I'm tough. Don't mess with me because my font is Comic Sans. It's not Comic Sans, but you know what I mean. Like, just the font alone. I hate the song. It came on the radio the other day, and I was like, I got about halfway through it, and I was like, I can't. Once I got to the chorus, like for the second time, I was like, I can't. I cannot do this.
It's grown on me, but like I said, like you, I miss the old Taylor, and then it's like when I first heard the song, I'm like, I've been stabbed. We're not going to get the old Taylor. And then she literally goes on to sing, the old Taylor is dead. I'm like, well, dang it.
I will say, I'm so proud of you, Internet, because Internet, you suck for a lot of things. Internet roasted her. The Ringer, Bill Simmons' website, put up a whole thing about everybody on his staff is like, this is horrible. This is petty. It's not, and I don't mean Tom. It's not good music. It makes her seem like it's just not good at all. It's cringeworthy. It's just like not like you are trying to be somebody that you're not. And it'll be interesting to see what the rest of the album is like. But I can safely say if she comes back to Memphis, I'm not going to support this tour.
She's going to Nashville.
Oh yeah, well she'll play just the football stadiums. Well,
I don't know. She might play at Bridgestone, but I don't know if she's gonna. I don't think she's coming to Memphis.
She shouldn't set foot in Nashville. She has no right to set foot in Nashville anymore.
Well, Anyway,
why you gotta be so mean, Kevin? Because I think I expect more from her. And I should have never, like you said, I should have never bought into the rumors about her going back to her roots.
Right.
But then the fact that she's like, hello, Taylor can't come to the phone because she's dead was like, you are such a friggin', like, not even nerd. Like, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but you're such a tool, I guess is what it is. You're acting like a tool. The song would have been a lot less bad if that would have just been, if somebody would have been like, okay, we get the whole song, we get it, the old Taylor's gone. Let's just take this little answering machine out. Let's save that 10 seconds.
Or like put it in like the video, but don't have it actually be part of the track or something.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Sorry.
I will say, have you seen the video?
No.
At least the video, it still seems like it's a cool ending to it. I mean, she kind of plays up that whole thing, but like she's still, you see the video and you're like, okay, at least she's still Taylor. She didn't come out with like, yeah, exactly. That's what I was kind of
emo
afraid
haircut.
of. She's still
That's
very
what I
much
said on Twitter, and I know, like, Logan, I love you. I think I made Logan mad, but that's what I just listening to this song and like what I said about the Affliction stuff earlier. It's like I just picture like I pictured Toby in Spider-Man 3 going doing the Alex Wright dance from WCW. You know what I mean? Yes. With the emo hair. And like, it's like somebody put the symbiotics, the symbiotes, whatever, the black suit on my Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
The symbiote. Is that it?
I don't know.
Venom
I know what you're talking
on
about.
Taylor. You know what I mean.